Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to First Baptist Church, Thomson, Georgia. If you are like me, you like to hear how things actually work and you don't need a very long video explaining it. So I would just like to take a couple of minutes to tell you what we're using at First Baptist Church now that we, like everybody else, has gone into streaming. There are all sorts of questions about what to use and what works. So let me just give you a few minutes on what we're using, why it works for us, and if that helps you make the decision, then we're all in favor of endorsing this product to you. We're using a combination of two things. We're using what's called Sling Studio as our encoder and video mixer, and BoxCast as our distribution network. And this is the way that Sling Studio works. It is a device that sits almost anywhere that you want, and it wirelessly receives video inputs. And then you choose which input that you want to show to the world, and that's all there is to it. So we just came from our over-the-top balcony view over now to our alcove view, our side view, for maybe close up, a little bit more dynamic view of the message or somebody else speaking or something happening over here. And it's easy then to go back to your first view, just a couple of taps and you have a brand new view. But here's something about Sling Studio that really put them over the top for us, and that is that they can take the input from an iPhone or an iPod or any of these devices. And so I'm going to now put our view up to what I see from my iPhone. And this is truly impressive because the quality of cameras on iPhones these days is really good. And then at any point in time, you can then go to your computer output, and instead of showing what's being shown on a screen, you can just put the exact display up. Love it. So let me look at a couple of things with y'all as you're making decisions on what to do. One of them is you really want to make sure that you're happy with what you are choosing to do before you start drilling holes in walls. So we have been putting cameras in very temporary locations just to make sure that when we do something with it, we're not going to regret that some way. I'm going to walk on upstairs and show you guys how we have this working up here. If your church does not have a balcony, then you get a little bit creative on getting the wider shot. You have to make sure that you get it above people's heads. If you do have a balcony, then it's really built in, so no worries. So for our purposes, we're able to put a camera right at balcony level, and it works. And then what we do with the rest of our equipment, here is the actual Sling Studio, a very simple device. You can purchase a separate USB-C adapter to attach it to a hard disk, useful, helpful. And then it's actually controlled by a console that you can put on a Mac or an iPad. And it is as simple as tapping, and there you go. There's your new input. Love it. And then what we have over on the side is BoxCast. And BoxCast will then connect to your, whatever your input is. In our case, it's the Sling Studio. And then you can send it to just about anywhere you want. In this case, we're sending it to Facebook and YouTube, and it also goes to our website. Yeah, there you go. Let me not go on too long with that, and y'all didn't hear me speak twice. All of that's built into the BoxCast app. So there you go. This is what we use. If you are still not sure on what to get, I think this works. And if anybody has any questions, the Sling Studio support, the BoxCast support, they're both excellent. They get you answers very, very quickly. We've not had a problem that they have not quickly tried to help us with. And so far, I speak very highly of them. And there might be a chance that I put a little bit more up at some point in time in the future if that helps anybody. But in the meantime, I hope that all is going well in your churches, and I ask that you pray the same for us as we continue to reach our communities in the name of Jesus Christ. So with that, I'm going to sign off and say thanks for watching. Happy streaming.